This is Umar for BoxNation. I'm joined by lethal Leigh Wood. Isn't it crazy that I was at Ben Davison's house about 3 or 4 years ago and we had a conversation, didn't we, about maybe I could
I
fight for the
remember,
British title.
yeah.
Wow. I mean, it's just been a whirlwind the last few years.
I said that in the interview a minute ago. I said, if you look at my last win, and then before I won the British, I said, oh, Leigh Wood is going to do this to him. You'd have been like, no way. But as you get that win, then the next win, then the next time you fight, he might pull it off, he might not. Then now it's like you're just expected to, almost.
Yeah, it's been a crazy journey, the Leigh Wood journey, but it carries on in a big fight against Anthony Cacace. Matt, keep it down, Jesus. Sorry, that's the Queensbridge press officer I've just had to tell off there.
Oh, chilling.
Yeah, listen, the schedule that Queensbury and DAZN have announced has been incredible. Obviously, that heavyweight card in April, and then the one that's really grabbed people's attention is this one in May 10th at the Motor Point in Nottingham. You've got it in your hometown, so there's a plus there for you.
Very important.
But this is going to be a brutal, tough fight for you against Anthony.
Yeah, they're all brutal fights, aren't they? When are they not? I'm prepared for my hardest fight today, as I always do. For every approach is the same, but I'm extremely confident in getting the win, as always. I know what to do. I know what I need to do to win this fight. The approach and everything. I've been working on it for some time now. I'm very confident. It's a good fight. Very good fight. I'm moving up in weight, which is going to actually benefit me, not hinder me. Yeah, I'm excited for this one.
What did you think of his win, firstly, over Joe Cordina? Because that did surprise a lot of sort of the more casual fans in the sport.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought it was going to go the distance. I wasn't too sure. I wasn't held back on who was going to win, but I would have stayed towards Joe. I don't know what happened or why he didn't perform at his best, but that's taken nothing away from Anto. He performed very well. He did what he had to do. He got him hurt. Maybe it was a late shot from the break, but if he got the finish and he put his hands together well and got the job done.
And then, of course, Josh Warrington. Is that one more where you expected Anto to win?
Yeah, I expected him to win. I was actually there for that fight. I'm watching it from where I was. I was quite far back and there was no volume. I was watching a bit on the screen and I almost thought it was a really close fight. And then watching it back, Anto was the deserved winner, to be honest. So.
You've fought some top guys, Leigh, in the last few years. Where does he rank, in your opinion, Cacace?
Every fighter has something to do really well. To get to that level, you got to have something that they do really well, that exceptional at. Anto's got his.
What is that?
Not leave too much away, Yeah, every fight I approach, in my head, they're the best person I've boxed. I've got to beat my best because they're the best. It's a hard fight every time. That's how mentally I approach it. That's how I get up out of bed in the morning and graft my ass off every day, twice a day to prepare for. So in my head, he's the best person I've boxed, to answer your question.
Looking at this fight, I mean, you're, I think, an underrated boxer, and same with Cacace. But we both know you can bang, especially you. You've got crazy power. Cacace's got very good power as well. So what we're expecting, really, and what we hope for, is you two guys meet in the centre of the ring, and it's a bit of a bloodbath. I know it's probably not what you want, Leigh. You wanted a sort of a dominated, convincing win, but at times, do you think that is what we're going to get?
Possibly, there's more to it. I'm a big puncher, but you just can't come out and, I'm a big puncher, so I've just got to go and throw this and hope for the best. That's not how it works. There's so much more that goes around it, and how you establish the fight, how you control the fight, how you set up them shots. There's so much more to it, the timing of it. And that's what my team are good at doing, getting me in them positions, getting me in the situation, getting me to land them shots at the right time. And that's how I've got to this position, because of my team.
Leigh, ultimately, though, do you believe you knock out Anto Cacace?
Yeah, I believe I win inside the distance, without a shadow of a doubt.
Okay. If the fight is enthralling, and it's one where there may be a bit of controversy, this screams to me maybe a rematch or even a trilogy, and it might go down as a sort of classic story in boxing, in British boxing. Do you think potentially we could get a rematch and trilogy with this?
Yeah, never say never. But that happened in my last fight. so-called. I mean, I knocked him out and put him flat on his back, but you know, everyone always said after the fight, unfinished business. But I can't see why it was unfinished business. I knocked him out. He made it to his feet. He wobbled back to his corner, and the ropes were keeping him up. He wasn't even looking at the ref. So yeah, maybe let's just ask me that question later on down the line after the fight. But I've heard that before, and it's just comical. Like, do you know when I watched Conlan when I got dropped in round 1? Yeah, I was as rocky as I was. I was as rocky as Warrington was when I knocked him out. But if you watch the fight back, I stood there. I looked at the ref dead in the eyes. I hold my gloves up, and there was the same timing. The bell went exactly the same. I looked at him. He went, "You're right." I went, "I'm all right." Even though my legs all over, he's got my attention. He knows I'm conscious. I'm all right. Yep, all right. Okay, here you go, son. He tapped my back, walked back to my corner because I had a minute. Conlan was, Warrington was looking I don't know where he was looking to space, and the rope's keeping him up. So that's the difference. Okay.
Okay.
For anyone that ever finds themselves in that situation, be careful.
We might not be able to understand it, but the fact this is Nottingham, you've got raucous support. Obviously, he's going to bring his support as well, Cacace. But the fact that you're at home, how much of an advantage is that actually for you?
A massive advantage. When I walk out in front of my own people, it picks me up. It makes my hair stand on end when I'm onto that stage, and the raw. Not just when I walk out, not just the entrance in the fight. You have a good spell. They lift me. They pick me up. So important to get into my own set. I didn't want to have it anywhere else. I didn't want to box anyone or anywhere else than in Nottingham. So,
Leigh, someone you used to work with promotionally, Eddie Hearn, has been very vocal that Anthony Cacace has ducked his guy Sugar Nunes. I'm sure you've seen those comments. That's been done to make this fight. So what's your thoughts on that?
Thanks, Eddie, for promoting the fight. No, look, you got to be careful what you say on cameras, because I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about Eddie, because there will be situations in the past when he's probably done the same, and there will be situations in the future when he will do the same. So you got to be careful what you say.
Okay. Working with Frank Warren in Queensbury, a fresh start for you. Just give me your thoughts on that as well, please, Leigh.
Yeah, it's good. It's something new for me this time in my career. It's perfect timing. Buzzing to Sam Frank in Queensbury. I'm looking forward to making a crack of a start and an exciting fight on May 10th.
So this ends in a Leigh Wood knockout. Then what's next?
I'm not too sure. Since I started training with Ben and Lee and Barry, I always said it's fight by fight. So this is no different. It's fight by fight. I'm not talking about my next fight. I'm not talking about 2 fights down the line. At my age I'm at, it's all about how I perform. So we'll fight May 10th, and then you can ask me again.
Leigh Wood, appreciate your time here at the launch press conference. Best of luck in camp, and we'll see you up in Nottingham for a big, big fight week.
See you there.